No shot. Oh my god, I want to see it.
Crypto markets are crashing, and two
I
of
want to see
the
it.
largest cryptos, Luna and UST, face extinction from a multi-billion-dollar bank run. That's billion with a B. As of recording, I still don't know if these coins are going to recover, and the big question on everyone's mind is, how did this happen? I brought on an expert to explain it, but first we have to talk about the basics of this stuff. Terra USD, also known as UST, is an algorithmic stablecoin, which is different from fiat-backed stablecoins like Tether, which at least pretend to be backed by real money. Algorithmic stablecoins, on the other hand, aren't backed by anything. The way they maintain their peg to the US dollar or euro is with market dynamics by incentivizing arbitrage. Usually, there's a pair of tokens, one of them paired to the currency, and the other
why would you ever want that though? I don't get it.
Can fluctuate. And I'm not going to get into exactly how this arbitrage thing works because it's quite complicated and others have covered it in a great amount of detail. The point is that usually these things work really well and make a lot of money for
Wait, is it just trading based on predicted value and what people think it's worth or whatever? That's it, and there's nothing backing it up. It's just projections.
Right up until they don't and things go boom. Historically, every single algorithmic stablecoin has eventually lost their peg in what's known as a death spiral, where people lose their faith in the coin finally and rush for the exit. And because this stablecoin is not collateralized in any real way, most people end up losing their money in these exit situations. Famously, Mark Cuban got wrecked with a stablecoin called Iron and its Titan pair. Many people have compared this token pair to UST and Luna. However, there are differences which we're going to get into. But the point is, there's been a lot of failure in the algo stablecoin space, which you need to know about. People meme about all the different failures and say, look, you guys are trying alchemy. It's impossible. You can't create value from nothing. Despite this fact, it hasn't stopped people from trying. Every time a new algorithmic stablecoin fails, two more crop up with new strategies about how they're going to finally defeat this death spiral. And the most popular and successful attempt at this has come from Terra Labs, a company which created Luna and UST. These two coins are extremely popular and in the top 10 of all cryptocurrencies. So the project is massive. And if these coins were to go bust, billions of dollars would vanish. One reason the people have invested so much.
I wish some people realize that how bad this makes everybody look, and how bad it makes the space look when a top 10 coin does this. Top 10. People are trying to validate crypto this, crypto that. Guys, Bitcoin, guys on the news, you guys mainstream, and a top 10 does that shit.
Into UST.
It's just so dumb.
It's because of a savings protocol called Anchor, which promises people a stable return of around 20%, which is obviously insane, especially given how stable coins are supposed to be. As a reminder, Bernie Madoff only promised a stable return of 10% a year, and the Anchor protocol is nearly doubling that, leading many people to accuse it of being a Ponzi scheme. However, Luna investors, who often call themselves lunatics, say everyone knows these rates are unsustainable and claim they're just being used as a growth tactic to get people into the ecosystem and that they will eventually be lowered over time. As of a day ago, there was $14 billion locked up into this 20% a year free money scheme. And this has been one of the major drivers of adoption. And this 20% return was seen as a great investment for many, right up until the crypto markets went into free fall over the weekend. And Luna and UST were hit some of the hardest of all. Luna fell 50% in one day, and UST actually depegged all the way down to 69 cents. Nice. As for the Anchor protocol, there was roughly $7 to $8 billion withdrawn from the protocol over the course of a couple days. Like I said, billion-dollar bank run. And as of the time of writing, I really do have no idea if UST is going to recover at all. And that's why I brought on my guest today, Bennett Tomlin. He's something of a stablecoin specialist, and you may recognize him from my Tether video. And I couldn't think of a better person to talk to really get to the bottom of this. Bennett, thanks for coming on the show. So this is absolutely insane. We have billions of dollars hanging in the balance here. And I guess my question is, what are the scenarios here? Which ways could this go?
Sure. So
it could go down.
The first way this could go is that people continue to lose confidence in this system and try to exit their Terra into Luna, which when you do it below peg mints more Luna and provides continued downward pressure on the price of Luna, which is the algorithmic stable coin death spiral that's often talked about. Is once the confidence is shaken, it can feed into itself, and as the protocol is trying to protect itself, it's
Hello,
also destroying
Mr. Cow.
itself
Wait, if they transfer one to the other
Who is
and
this
sell the other to
sharing
make money?
and why are they clueless?
by draining any of the remaining value out. The other option is that Do Kwon and Terraform Labs are able to, using their Bitcoin reserves by partnering with appropriate market makers and venture capitalists, that they're able to, at least for now, get this back to peg. Once they have it at peg, they're going to need to convince the community that this is still a thing worth having confidence in. What you might see, in order to try
Guys,
to get that confidence.
Here's my question, chat. Confidence in what? What's the actual product? What's the thing? Is it just numbers and just virtual whatever? Confidence in what? What is the
Confidence back is Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, or perhaps just the Terra community broadly, may try to find a scapegoat, some kind of entity, firm, or person who they can come up with a
It has nothing tangible?
plausible motivation for wanting to attack Terra.
I'm already finding that, by the way. They're coming out and saying that, centralized banks
I
want
get it.
to bring
So
Terra
you have to be confident in the confidence of people. But the confidence of being confident, that's it.
down. They want to take down Luna. So you're already seeing that
Cool.
occur.
This is
But
fun.
One of the interesting things
What
I
could
thought
go
about
wrong?
the Luna Foundation Guard, or whatever it's called, is that they bought Bitcoin to supposedly protect the Luna peg. But since the markets are pretty correlated, when the markets go down like this and you have like an attack on the peg, aren't they selling Bitcoin at a loss to protect Luna and then making Bitcoin crash even harder? Like, am I getting that right? Why would you invest in an asset that would probably be down when you need it the most?
Because I think Do Kwon's goal with purchasing the Bitcoin wasn't really to stabilize the peg or make the Terra system better. I think that the primary goal of purchasing this massive amount of Bitcoin was to make it harder for people who care about Bitcoin to criticize Luna or Terra, because he was on pace to become like one of the single largest holders of Bitcoin in the world. And once you're in that position, you have a lot of influence over Bitcoin, and you can get a lot of things you may want, because no one wants you to suddenly market sell $10 billion worth of Bitcoin.
Okay,
That would
I think I get it.
be very bad for anyone who holds
I get it.
Bitcoin.
This is
or
kinda complicated
anyone who
gibberish.
holds
I think I'm done with
assets
this.
heavily correlated with
I
money ends.
I get it. So when boom, and then everything exploded. Cool. Sounds interesting. Asmongold take on Tommy having an existential crisis.
Who is this? Is this like some like dad gamer, like classic WoW, like casual dad gamer or something?
They couldn't handle me. I won't. If there's one in Europe, I will.
Does this guy usually play RuneScape?
Come on, this transmog has
Yep.
a chance.